Greetings everyone, this is Hip Rock here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. Okay, so it's time for another rant today. We're going to be having a good time, so let's get right into it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I want to keep this brief. I will be reading off of my screen, so don't mind me. So let's get right into it. So let's begin by talking about classic albums. Everyone's always talking about classic albums. Rappers, artists, they talk about how they're working on another classic. That word gets thrown around quite a bit. But what does that mean to me? What is a classic album to hip rock? Let's get into that. So, for me, I define a classic as being either groundbreaking, and by groundbreaking, I mean it pushes the boundaries of music or the genre itself. Or the album is timeless. By timeless, I mean the album ages well. Sort of like wine. It only gets better and better with time. Another criteria for a classic album, in my opinion, is when an album is ahead of its time. In some cases, an album that is ahead of its time can be misunderstood or poorly received at a time, but highly praised upon looking back. This sometimes happens where people will say this album when it came out was horrible, and then down the line people go back to it and say it's amazing. I'm told the Stooges album, their debut album, when it came out, people didn't know what it was, and they didn't know how to feel about it because they had the hippie movement. Everyone was into flowers and hippie power and everything, flower power. And then the Stooges came out with their album and it was like Seek and Destroy, and all this raw emotion, and they didn't know how to feel about it. It was the introduction to punk. Punk was not a thing yet, and it was misunderstood at the time. But now we look back and we say it's a classic. Well, at least I say it's a classic, but I've heard other people say it's an album that's revered. So to me that can be a classic. You might be listening to an album that you don't like today, and tomorrow it might become a classic. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about song meanings, okay? You know, a lot of times when I listen to music, um, I don't want to know what a song is about, you know? I sometimes like the mystery, or sometimes I like to figure it out myself just by listening to the lyrics and interpreting the lyrics for myself. I feel a song can mean different things to different people. That's the beauty of subjectivity. I think knowing what a song is about can rob or spoil the personal interpretation of a song. This is why I don't like music videos, because I always have my own idea of what the visuals would be for a song. But I don't know, you guys let me know. What do you think? Do you like to know what a song is about, or would you rather make your own idea of what it is in your head? Take for example, Shad the rapper. He has a song called Rose Garden. And I know in the chorus it goes, I didn't promise you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gonna be some rain sometimes. Now, the way I interpret that is, personally, the way I interpret that is that there's going to be good and bad sometimes in life. That's just how it is, and I can't promise you that everything will be okay. That's my personal interpretation of what the song is about. Now, to Shad, it might mean something different. Now, the verses, I'm not quite sure what he's talking about. So that's what I have to say about that. And to end the rant, I want to talk about ghostwriting in hip hop. Should rappers write their own lyrics? You have rappers like Dr. Dre, Diddy, and even some of Cardi B's lyrics aren't entirely written by her. So I just want to say, uh, what do you think about ghostwriters? Should whack rappers get help, to sound dope, you know, or should they stay whack? You know, would you prefer that they stay whack? I know people complain about whack rappers, but at least they're writing their own stuff. Like if they weren't writing their own stuff, it was dope, would you want them to do that, or would you want them to stay whack? That's what I pose to you guys. Um, you know, uh, if ghostwriting could save hip hop, would you be cool with it? A lot of people complain about the state of hip hop and how lyricism isn't really held to a high esteem or anything like that, or to a high regard. So I wonder, like, if ghostwriters were helping whack rappers improve, would you be happy with the state of hip hop, or would you feel it's lost its authenticity? That's what I want to pose to you guys. So let me know in the comment section. I think that's all for today. I'm gonna do a short rant. Please look out for my next video. It's gonna be on Tyler's A-pop album. It should be an album discussion. Um, Look out for that on Friday. Uh, Comment, like, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos, and yeah, that's all I have to say for my rant today. You guys take care. You know what it is. This is Hip Rock, and you know what I do. Peace and love. This is Hip Rock signing